This problem can be found on the bottom of page 216, letter A. The problem says find each quotient. To find a quotient, you need to divide. You always want to set your division problem up by putting the first number on the inside of the division symbol. So 768 will go on the inside, and the number 8 will go on the outside. I begin by thinking to myself, can the letter 8 go into 7? No, it can't. It can go into 76. I'm not sure how many times, so I can go off to the side and do some mental math. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 is not close enough. I'm going to try 8 times 9. 8 times 9 is 72. That's pretty close. That's as close as I'm going to get, so I'm going to use the number 9 in my problem. Now, 9 times 8 equals 72. I put that under 76 and I subtract. 6 minus 2 is 4. 7 minus 7 is 0. My next step is to bring down the number 8. Now I'm thinking to myself, how many times can 8 go into 48? Over here in my mental math area, I find that 8 times 5 is 40. That's pretty close. I can now think, 8 times 6, that's 48. So I'm going to use the number 6 at the top. Again, 6 times 8 is 48. I subtract, and I have no remainder. Therefore, my answer is 96. This problem can be found on page 218 at the top. The color code for today is blue. The problem reads, the total number of seats in a college stadium is 54,912. There are 44 sections, and each section has an equal number of seats. How many seats are in each section? We need to divide 54,912 by 44. The first number goes on the inside of your division symbol. So 54,912 divided by 44. Now I need to start thinking about mental math. Can 44 go into 5? No, I know it can't. But I bet 44 can go into 54. In fact, 44 can go into 54 one time. I know that 1 times 44 is 44. I need to subtract. 4 minus 4 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. Bring down the 9. Now we need to do some mental math on the side. How many times can 44 go into 109? I'm going to try 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 again is 20, plus 2 is 22. Now 220 is way too much, so let's try another number. How about 44 times 2? 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. I think that's as close as I'm going to get to 109. Put the 2 above the 9, and now you're going to subtract 88 from 109. 9 minus 8 is 1. 0 minus 8 I cannot do. I need to borrow from the 1. And now it becomes 10 minus 8, so I'm left with 21. The next step is to bring down the 1, and doing more mental math off to the side. 44 times, let's try 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 is 220. 220 is too much, so I have to go back down. 44 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. That is as close as I'm going to get to 211, so I write that down to subtract. Don't forget to put the 4 up top. Now I'm going to subtract. 1 minus 6 I cannot do. Need to borrow. Subtract. 0 minus 7 I cannot do, so I need to borrow again. 10 minus 7 is 3, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Last step, bring down the 2, and I think to myself, how close can I get to 352 without going over? Let's try 8. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry the 3. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 3 is 35. 352. Subtract. Comes out nice and even. Make sure you put that 8 up top. I just almost forgot myself. You're left with nothing, so your answer is 1,248. We do need a label. So our label would be 1,248 seats.